Well, welcome everybody today. It's a great day. We're happy to be here today. Vianet, as you can see behind us, our name is everywhere. We're groundbreaking on our latest project in King Township, in rural King Township. We started back in 2017. We managed to pass 1,000 homes in that initial phase. And now we're into the next phase, and another 485 homes are being passed. Sorry if I'm stealing the minister's thunder, but we're excited about that. And today's groundbreaking, and your typical groundbreaking, you have a shovel, but in behind me, we have our vac truck, and you can't miss it, that bright orange. But we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for a lot of people and a lot of things happening. And first of all, we'd like to recognize and thank the Liberal government, the federal Liberal government, for really recognizing the issues around rural broadband in Canada. And they stepped up. They came to the plate with funding. They said, we're going to help solve this problem. And they went out and helped to fund this project. So thank you to the Liberal government for that. Again, these projects don't happen with everybody else involved. And a special thanks to the Honourable Minister Schultz for always pushing, talking to me all the time about what can we do next, how can we do this. So a big thank you to her. Again, when this rapid response came out, and they did have rapid response, and we've never seen this in the industry, that the government announced a project at the end of November in 2020, awarded a project that has to be completed by November 15th of this year. Within 12 months, we're going to do this. We've never seen that before, so this is fantastic. And when we saw this funding come out, we said, okay, where can we do this? Immediately, King Township came to mind for a number of reasons. First, we'd already been building in King. We've got a footprint here. We're extending on that fiber footprint. But the big one was the township itself. Over the past 3 years, we forged this fantastic relationship with the town on getting things done quickly. And in rapid response, we have to get it done quickly. So, hats off to His Worship Mayor Steve Pellegrini and councillors and the rest of the team at King for working with us to make things happen quickly in King. And because of that, this was a great opportunity to go for this funding, and we got it. So we're excited today to be here. We're excited to break ground. We're excited to serve more people in rural King. And I'd like to now hand it over to the Honourable Minister Deb Schultz to say a few words on behalf of the federal government. Thank you.
I should have. Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much, Brian, for those very kind remarks and words. I'd first like to recognize that we are gathered on the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe of the Williams Treaty First Nations, the Huron-Wendat, and the Métis Nation. And it's really great to be here with you, Brian, with the Mayor and Councillor Eek. It's fantastic to have you here at this very, very exciting day. Today, we are working together to connect almost 500 homes to high-speed internet, and we kick it into high gear. Rural residents around Pottageville, Nobleton, and Lloydtown will have internet opportunities completely transformed for the better over this year. And as you said, it is remarkable how fast this has moved. We announced the project only 2 short weeks ago, and here we are in the ground already starting to provide the service. It was made possible by the federal government's new Universal Broadband Fund, which is the rapid response stream. So I want to give my thanks to Vianet for being so quick in getting an application together and getting it in. It was all about first in, first served, and Brian, I think you were one of the first ones to get the Vianet application in. And you could only do that because you knew that the city was behind you, that the township was behind you, and the mayor was there to help remove those barriers that might pop up. And I know Avia's been busy with you doing just that over the last couple of weeks. So I want to thank you very much for great teamwork at making this possible. The project builds on our government's progress through important partnerships with local organizations, governments, and service providers like Vianet. In 2017, we announced the King Township Fibre Optic Broadband Expansion Project, which was also swiftly finished in 2 years ahead of schedule in 2019 and it connected over 1,000 households to high-speed broadband. Through our government's partnerships with Vianet, we have leveraged millions of dollars in public and private investments in broadband service. Last fall, we accelerated our work to connect Canadians to high-speed internet, increasing our investments and moving up our goal to connect 98% of Canadians by 2026 and 100% connected by 2030. Projects like this will not only expand access but also provide quality speeds. This infrastructure will enable speeds that surpass our government's connectivity strategy, which aims to provide internet speeds of 50 megabits per second download and 10 megabits upload. For rural communities that do not have access to high-speed internet, including many here in King, the pandemic has been very stressful, more stressful than in other areas of the country. This new reality has highlighted our dependence on high speed to work, to go to school, to access healthcare, and to connect with each other. Access to high-speed internet should not depend on a postal code. Our government understands this. That is why over the past 5 years, we've invested nearly 10 times more to connect Canadians to high-speed internet than all previous federal governments combined. Congratulations to Vianet and to the hundreds of King families that will benefit from today's announcement. I'm proud to partner with you and to help you deliver on this vital service for our community. Thank you very much, and I welcome Mayor Pellegrini.
Wow, this is an absolutely spectacular day in King. Now more so than ever, it is so important to have broadband, especially during this unprecedented time. And our partnership with the federal government, with Vianet, is something that I am extremely proud of. This is truly a team effort. I'm joined by Councillor Eek, and in the minister's comments, she mentioned Nobleton, Pottageville, Lloydtown. We're also getting it in the Holland Marsh in Ansnerville, and this is incredible news. And I like to say this is only a little bit further in the mark with our partnership with Vianet, that we are going to do more as soon as possible. And this is an outstanding day for 485 residents in King. And it's not just the 485 residents, it's pushed the backbone further and closer to others. So this is an amazing day, and I couldn't be happier, and I thank everybody, in particular the federal government, for their financial contribution in making this happen. Thank you.
Just before we get going, I did forget one important thing. The easy part is now complete. The easy part was putting the funding together. The easy part was for the federal government to give us that funding. The hard part starts now, and none of this would happen if you look behind us. Andy and his crew, these guys here work in the rain. They worked all winter long because they know how important it is to Canadians to have broadband. It's these guys who work in all kinds of weather, and I fully appreciate that because I used to work out in the field and I know what it's like. So a real hats off to who never get a pat on the back are the guys that actually put it in the ground. So a hats off to you guys. And we're just about ready. We're gonna do a 1, 2, 3, go. Are we ready, Mayor Pellegrini, Minister Scholl? Councillor Eek, ready. 1, 2, 3, go Andy! And there we go. Woo!